2-hour SmackDown is back.
R-Truth eats a hot dog.
And many recaps of Raw. Hello, welcome to Wrestle MSX, the best wrestling channel you've never heard of. I'm Michael.
I'm Sally.
So, after recapping Cody losing at Night of Champions, we of course begin with Sami Zayn. Before he spoke, he was lightly booed, then thanked those that have congratulated him. He says he could be petty to the people that have turned their backs on him and tell them to kiss his asp. But he won't, as he's a good guy. He did things the right way and again says he could be petty to the people who said he wouldn't win the big one, but he's not going to be. He says he'll forever be known as a WWE World Champion and Grand Slam Champion. A suited and booted Cody Rhodes then heads out, gets in the ring and congratulates Zayn on becoming champ. Rhodes looks to leave, but Zayn calls him back. Sami tells Rhodes he's addicted to the title, so really wants to know why he's out here. We never find out, as Jey Uso then heads out. Jey hugs Sami, doesn't run it back, and tells Sami he deserves it. Jey then sends him a warning shot and tells him he needs to bring the title back to the family. Rhodes then interjects, questioning why Jey reverted back to running errands for the tribal chief. Zayn then pipes up again, saying he never came for either of them when they had their titles, and it's now his time. And as far as he's concerned, it's still in the family, regarding Jey and him being an honorary Uso. He didn't say that, but that's what he was alluding to. Sami then says no one's touching the title before telling the pair to stay away from him, a bit like True Williams. Zayn then exits the ring, but out comes Adam Pearce. Pearce says we need to find a challenger for your title, with Sami saying, do I not get a say on who I challenge at SummerSlam? Pearce fires back, saying, who said anything about SummerSlam? Oof, talk about it going power going to your head. He's running Raw and SmackDown. Pearce then tells Zayn he will defend his title on Raw after the number one contender being decided later between Rhodes and Jey.
Backstage, Kathy Kelly asks Charlotte Flair why she interfered in Jade Cargill's match, with Flair saying, she interfered in my match, so I interfered in hers, and I'll keep doing it until she gets the picture. Alexa Bliss then appears and bemoans that Flair just turned up at Night of Champions, that a heads up would have been nice. Flair then says last week she saw Bliss team with Stratton then turning up. She said she didn't need Flair's help, but thanks her anyway, when Chelsea Green then appeared. Green says Jade should be worried about them, with Flair then saying she'll see them out there.
So first up, Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green against Jade Cargill, Michin and B-Fab in a 6-women tag team match. We begin with Stratton and Cargill, with Fab soon coming in and getting a 2-count cover to Stratton, before Flair then comes in and takes control. The fight ends up outside, where Jade takes down Flair just as we break.
We come back to Flair being double teamed, but then making it back and tagging Green in. Green manages to down Michin and lands a Rough Rider, but Fab makes a save on the cover. Everyone then comes in and has a go, leaving Green and Michin again, with Green landing a Hurricane Rana from the rope. Michin gets to her corner though and tags in Cargill. Cargill misses the first Jaded as Green counters into a cover, but she doesn't miss the second as she lands it and then covers for the 1, 2, 3.
We take another look at the altercation between Gunther and Aldis from Night of Champions, which we saw on Raw, with Cole then telling us exactly the same thing he did on Raw, that Gunther and Aldis were sent home, and Pearce is running both Raw and SmackDown, which I do think they should have addressed at the start, because if you didn't know, and Pearce came out at the start of SmackDown, you'd be like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
So why are you telling us now? That should have been at the top of the show. Anyway, not that I can tell you how to run your shows, but I should do.
We then see Pearce in backstage and on the phone to Aldis when Zayn appears. He says he's a SmackDown superstar and doesn't belong on Raw, with Pearce saying he's giving him an opportunity before heading off. Zayn then sees Gargano and shows him the title, saying, "You want to win, you have to stay true to yourself." He then crashes down next to Gargano before asking Candice LeRae to take a picture of them.
That's one for the scrapbook. Next up, Rey Fenix versus Vikingo for the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. As you can imagine, there was a lot of springboards, a few covers, and a bit of cheating by Vikingo as he tracked Fenix in the ring apron. Vikingo did pull off a Poison Rana from the ring post and then missed a 450, with Fenix then landing a Mexican Muscle Buster and cover for the victory. That was Mexican Muscle Buster. I don't know what I said beforehand.
Backstage, Kathy Kelly asks Julia if she has a message for Blake Monroe after she attacked her last week. Julia says she doesn't back down, has put Kiana behind her and will fight Monroe anytime. In walks Kiana James, but I thought she said she put it behind her.
Well, clearly not.
Clearly not. Anyway, James tells Julia she got lucky, with Julia then being attacked from behind by Monroe. James then walks over and tells Julia not to forget who's in control, with Monroe then also attacking James.
Right.
Nice.
We take a look back at the showdown between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins from Raw, and then learn that the title, which we kind of guessed, is on the line at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
They didn't need to show what they'd done. They just needed to say, "Oh, it's been made official. Title's on the line at SummerSlam."
Picture
Job
for
done.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, like the one that you're probably going to show, but yes.
More than likely. Backstage, Big Jim asks Royce Keys if he knows where Solo is, because they have family business to deal with. Keys then tells Fatu that blood doesn't make you family, loyalty does. And that he's been Fatu's day one for 14 years. He adds, as far as he's concerned, he's in his family. Jimmy then says, "Not no more. Right, Jacob?" Before the pair head off.
Solo is not in tonight's SmackDown.
Oh, man.
I know.
Spoiler.
Very disappointed. Sorry if I've just spoiled that for you. Trick Williams heads out next with Lil Yachty, and once in the ring and about to talk, gets interrupted by Carmelo Hayes, which is what I said I didn't want to happen, I think, on the Musings video.
Yeah.
Don't want to see this. I've seen it. I don't want to see it anymore. Hayes gets in the ring, says Saints couldn't get the job done, and then says he wants to run it back between the pair for the title. He adds he made the title a championship, whereas Trick's turned it into an accessory. He goes on to say the title's for those that are hungry, and he looks like he had too much to eat. Hayes wants a match, with Yachty then speaking on behalf of the champ. He says he can have a match next week, but not for the title. Title shots are earned, not given.
Fair.
Trick then says he knows Hayes like the back of his hand, and then gives him one before exiting the ring. Trick then looks to head up the rampway, but Mello comes back and dives over the top rope, taking out the champ. Why are we seeing this again?
I know, you love it.
Boring. Let's have somebody else fighting for it.
What was your favourite part? Danhausen's layer is next, with Hausen telling Matt Cardona that he has a match against JD McDonough at Saturday night's main event.
Why are we pushing that already? Who
don't know.
cares?
Danhausen then asks Cardona to turn a dial, with things then going wrong and the machine smoking.
Can they show smoking on television anymore? Next out, Brie Bella versus Laney Reid. Paige with Bella, the rest of Fatal Influence with Reid. It's all Reid to begin with, but Bella fights back with a missile drop kick, yes kicks, and a yes lock. Henley then tries to help out, with Paige taking her and Jane out. Henley comes back and takes out Paige, with Brie then exiting the ring and taking out Henley. She then re-enters the ring and right into a running knee from Reid, with Reid then covering for the 1, 2, 3. Cool. Very good.
Backstage we see R-Truth beat Nathan Frazier in a hot dog eating contest, with the War Raiders then entering shot. They want to know if Priest and Truth will accept their match for all the gold on the line. Priest accepts. He doesn't know when, but it's happening on SmackDown.
So not SummerSlam,
Not SummerSlam.
like we've suggested. Oh look, we now recap Lesnar and Femi from Monday. Why are we recapping everything from Raw? Is SmackDown that bad? Do I think they just say, yeah, we've now made the match official? Because it wasn't made official, but Pierce said to Femi on Raw, do you want this match? Oba was like, yes, I won it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now it's just official. But
Gotta see the whole recap.
why are we filling this with Raw
I
stuff?
don't know. We then see Cody welcome Bálor to SmackDown, with Bálor saying he came to SmackDown to face him for the title, before telling him to get it back. Rhodes then heads off for his match, with Tama then telling Finn he went to the elders for guidance on what to do next. We don't know who these elders
Who are these elders?
Bálor asks what that has to do with him, with Tala then attacking Bálor from behind. Tama then tells Bálor he's closing the books on everything from his past, and that he's next.
What, like Goldberg?
Must be, yeah.
So, to the last match of the night and the main event of the evening. Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes in a number one contenders match. The winner will face Sami Zayn for the WWE Championship on Raw. Jey dives out the ring as we break with a Samoan drop to Rhodes when we come back, sending him out the ring. The pair then fight near the announcer's desk, with Rhodes then throwing Jey over timekeepers.
We get back in the ring, hit a break, and then come back to an Uso splash and cover, but only for 2. A Cody cutter then nets Rhodes 2, with Jey replying with a super kick, spear and cover, once again for 2. Rhodes then hits a spear, followed by a crossroads and cover, but only for 2. Rhodes then goes high looking for a splash, but Jey gets the knees up and covers for 2.
You got it. The pair then have a strike off, with Jey ducking one from Cody and putting him in a sleeper. Rhodes escapes and lands another crossroads, with this one enough to put Jey away and get the 1, 2, 3. Cody will now head to Raw to face Sami for the WWE Championship. SmackDown went off the air with Rhodes kissing the mat. Now I'd imagine, what if Sami lost?
Oh,
How
no.
funny would that be?
Oh, I know.
But the thing is, it's in Chicago.
But it's like,
So
there's obviously not enough kicking off on Raw. They've got to bring Sami and Rhodes over
I know, I
to
don't,
do
I can't-
something.
And then SmackDown was just all recapping Raw. I don't understand it.
I don't know
It's
what's going on.
crossover gone
I
mad.
don't know.
But yeah, with it being in Chicago, will Punk appear?
Because he's just
Because
obviously
apparently he
disappeared.
lives there.
Is he not from there?
I don't know. He's from there, but he must live there.
I think he lives
He's
there.
got to live.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
why not?
Yeah.
But
They'll be expecting him to. Or,
I'd
yeah,
have thought
fans will.
Punk would. I think Punk will appear. I mean, will Reigns appear and have a little thing with Rhodes? Will he say, "Well done, Sammy. You're not part of the family anymore. You were an honorary use, but you're not now."
Yeah.
Anyway, now for Michael's moment of the night. This could be a match, a line, a look, a promo, something funny, interesting, serious, quirky, and or different. Just something that catches my eye. Obviously, it has to wait until the end, because if I do it halfway through and it's something that happens at the end, it's a spoiler. So Michael's moment of the night, sometimes good, sometimes shite. So hang around and wait and see as to whether you disagree. 2-hour SmackDown, beautiful. Should have ended with my match that I suggested from Musings, of Jey and Fatu versus Knight and Solo. But I bet they're saving that for SummerSlam.
Possibly, yeah, because you say there was no sign of Solo.
No Solo,
Slow build to that.
no Knight, or as I like to call them, La Solo.
The Solo, beautiful name. I mean, you say it was a 2-hour SmackDown, but it was just all about Raw.
Yeah.
Strange.
What are you doing? I can't understand it. They've got these creative minds, and it just... I don't know. I don't understand
They had
it.
because obviously usually it's 3 hours, so that's where you'd put your filler of your Raw recap.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we've gone down to
You've
2.
gone down to
Why
2
we're still
hours.
filling it.
And because we watched it straight from Netflix when it came on at 1 in the morning, it was actually like 1 hour 23 minutes. And that's still got recaps in.
I know, crazy.
Put another match in. Make some of your other matches longer. I don't need to see a recap because I'm a fan. I've already seen it, so I don't need to see. Who's now? I'm not going to watch Raw. I'm going to watch SmackDown.
Because they'll tell me what's
Because
happened.
they'll tell me what's happened on Raw. Who's doing? Nobody. You didn't need to do that.
No.
Did not need to do that. Anyway,
Anyway.
sorry, please.
Agree or have any thoughts that you'd like to share, then please feel free to leave them in the comments section just down below. Don't forget to go and check out our Musings video with our thoughts and honest opinions on the last week of WWE, because a new one drops every
time someone buys that awful World Cup 2026 Championship title. Now, how many have they sold now?
Last time I checked, I think it was 0.
Now, we don't actually know how many they've sold. We've just made that up. But if you do know, then let us know.
Anyway, it's every Wednesday.
Yes. As always, thank you for watching. We hope you've just had a smile at our expense. That's all we're bothered about.
And we'll see you Tuesday for Raw.